Welcome to Cool Breeze Over the Mountains, a podcast where we chronologically step through and discuss each film starring Keanu Reeves. My name is Andrew Gormley, and I am one of your hosts. I am joined on this episode by my co-hosts. Before this film, she absolutely loved the concept of free pizza. Whitney Nelsen.
That's me.
And, oh my God, she's like a mythbuster. Lindsey Nelsen returns.
Hello.
God, I hated that line so much. I can't get it out of my brain. There's so much I can't get out of my brain.
There's a lot.
If there was a way to, like, eternal sunshine this movie from my brain, I would do it.
I really did not want to finish or record this podcast. I did not want to finish the movie, and I did not want to record this podcast. Now, I'm here because I always have a good time, and I'm in a safe space. However, just forewarning everybody, this is garbage, and I am only talking about it under protest.
Well, and as a public service, if we can prevent anyone else from watching this movie.
Yeah, we'll get there. Let's do the Andrews up top stuff.
Thank you. I think there's no secrets here already.
Yeah, no.
But as always, up top, as we always do, mention you can find the website at coolbreezepod.com, email us coolbreezepod@gmail.com, or hit us up on Twitter at coolbreezepod. We have a couple of really great listener reviews coming up that Whitney is going to love to read. So you can always write in to let us know what you think about what we're going to watch.
Yes.
If you are live on Periscope or Twitch, you could chime in with your 2 cents, have us read your comments aloud, either agree or debate you. I see you, Jody. Yep, she is telling us, she told us so. And look, I did not, I was not a doubter here.
I did not doubt Jody either, but boy, oh boy.
We have to do this. We're obligated.
Yeah, to be taken seriously as Keanu Reeves scholars, you must.
There's a lot of endurance we found. Season 3 has really put us to the test. And then finally, if you want to be excellent to us, please share the show with your friends and rate and review us on iTunes. Bring more folks into the fray. And that's really it. So, Lindsey, I would love for you to tell us what we're here to talk about today.
Whether you like it or not, we have to talk about why we're here today.
I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? So today we're talking about the film Knock Knock. The plot synopsis from IMDb is a devoted father helps 2 stranded young women who knock at his door, but his kind gesture turns into a dangerous seduction and a deadly game of cat and mouse. So this movie could have only been directed by Eli Roth.
Burn.
Whose other directing credits include Cabin Fever, Hostel, The Green Inferno, and in a very weird turn, the only Eli Roth movie I like, The House with the Clock in Its Walls. Very charming, spooky kids movie. I don't know where that came from, but this is a small cast, but alongside, our boy Keanu is Lorenza Izzo, Ana de Armas, Aaron Burns, and Ignacia Alamand. So, Whitney, did anybody like this movie? What did the critics say?
Everyone liked it too much, I'm going to be honest here. On Rotten Tomatoes, we have a 37% critical score and a 20% audience score, and both of those are too high.
That's too much. That's too much, guys.
I'm going to need all of you to go at least 2 stars down from wherever it was you said. So we've got a critic quote from Christy Lemire, writing for RogerEbert.com, who says, "As a piece of social satire, Knock Knock winds up being not just toothless, but anticlimactic." And a user on Rotten Tomatoes, Aldo G, gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars and says only the performances of Lorenza Izzo and Ana de Armas as the sadist femme fatales get a thumbs up here. The rest of this Eli Roth fiasco gets the middle finger. And then Melissa wrote in her thoughts and says, "I don't like horror." Melissa Chonka says, "I don't like horror. Had no idea who Eli Roth was, so I had 0 expectations of liking this movie, even if my main man Keanu was in it. It was not an enjoyable movie to watch at all. You know what I hated most about this movie? All the art in the house. Why was every inch of the house covered in bad art and family photos? It was distracting. Forget watching two women torturing Keanu. All I could focus on was the art. Every frame of the movie had the art in it. Who has time to hang that much art in their house? I'm so with you, Melissa. I have so many questions about this movie. Why does Keanu seem so stiff as a father? Why did the family leave him on Father's Day? Why did he wear that awful cardigan? Why did the Uber take 45 minutes? Why did Monkey have to stay home? What did he think was going to happen when he invited them in? Why was this movie ever made? Street Kings isn't looking so bad now, is it?
Melissa. Woo.
Oh, Melissa.
I mean, she's right about Street Kings, though.
She's not wrong about a lot of that.
I long for those halcyon days. I was just about to say,
I yearn for something like Street Kings again. Oof. And then a friend of the show, Zoe P., says, I hate this fucking film. I wish to God I had never sat through it at all. It bugs the shit out of me. It's supposed to be a morality tale, married man paying the consequences for a night of sex with two girls. He couldn't help it, and they were offering it. The line that really bothers me is, it was free fucking pizza. It's the usual sexist Hollywood shit. He's just away from his wife and hasn't had sex for a while, so that makes it okay. The wife won't find out. The girls were giving him the come on, so of course he will say yes. I think it goes deeper than that, and I'm about to just go right into it because I have, as always, a lot of thoughts and feelings.
Whitney, can I just ask you one question before you get? I want you to go first and get into it. Does there exist an Eli Roth film that you have liked?
A House with a Clock in Its Walls.
Oh, okay. So
none of his other ones. No.
Yeah, not what you would consider like a traditional Eli Roth film.
Yes,
Got
exactly.
it. That's all I needed to know.
I have seen multiple traditional Eli Roth films, but I have not enjoyed any of them. I enjoyed them more than this one. This is definitely his worst movie, but it's also maybe the worst movie I've ever seen. I did not think that Ellie Parker was going to be supplanted, and then I was like, nothing can be worse than Generation And here we are with something worse than Generation
Here we are indeed.
I am.
Okay.
So there's two facets of this that I really want to talk about. One is Eli Roth is very good at recreating horror movies without understanding horror movies. He is a fan of horror, and he does such a good job. There's cinematography in this movie around the corners, like turning this modern house into a labyrinth. There's stuff that works. He knows when the tension should ratchet up. He knows how to make things feel awkward, but he doesn't understand why to make a horror movie in the first place. And there's no heart or core to it that makes it feel like it applies to you in any way that makes you scared. Hostel didn't make me scared. Like all of the ones that I've seen just didn't make me scared, but they have all of the theoretical components of a horror movie. They just don't have the heart of a horror movie. And I'm not saying heart is in like a feel-good, family-friendly Little Miss Sunshine kind of way. Just like the core emotions that I should be feeling are not in an Eli Roth movie. And that makes this movie even more reprehensible than it would have been otherwise. Same script, different director, still reprehensible, but it's even more so without the heart in it. So the other part of this movie is it is sort of staged in a female revenge, like Keanu deserved it because he cheated on his wife. That's the like wrapping on the package. But what's inside of that wrapping is an incel manifesto on bitches be crazy. Mm-hmm. And it's just women will ruin you and they will make you crazy and they will ruin your life because they are crazy. And there's also a part of me, I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about mental health and how it is portrayed. And I'm certainly not here to vouch for any murderous psychopaths, real or imagined. There's a lot of them out there, and I'm not going to vouch for them in I am fine with what they're doing kind of way.
But, I mean, these women do not exist in the world. That's what
I'm saying. This bothers me on a level of being aware of mental health, and if you're going to have psychopaths crazy murdering people and torturing them and whatever, that's fine, but you got to do it in a way that I believe, and I did not believe a second of this. The swings from manic to rational and composed, and the ways that they were crazy, none of it lined up with anything else in this. So even on these two girls are crazy, it doesn't line up for me, which just left all of the movie empty except for bitches be crazy. That is just what you get in the end. It's literally, I felt like I was on like an incel Reddit or something where it was just like, women only want to ruin your life. And one way or another, they're going to do it. Whether it's by killing you or setting you up for all of this nonsense or whatever. It just...
Or even by having a gallery opening that they have to do that they can't take care of you right at this moment.
Yes. That was not a good start to the film. We haven't had sex in too long. And she's like, oh, I have to take care of everyone and make them all happy. And he was like, whoa. We don't have to do it right now. We just have to do it eventually because it's part of your job. Whatever. Anyway, I liked the music, but that was a lot of it. I liked it just because it was part of the story. It was diegetic music, and I always like diegetic music, even if it's bad music. I like when there's something like a record player and that half the songs in the movie come from the record player or more. I like that. I thought that, like I said, some of the cinematography, I definitely am with Melissa on this art thing. It was, every frame was so cluttered, and it was kind of hard to watch the people sometimes because there was so much stuff in the background, and everyone knows if there's so much stuff in the background, your eyes are going to try and figure out what it is. They have more family photos in their house than any family I have ever seen. And that includes my father, who has giant pictures of his children all over the place.
Yeah. Now, and what would have been way more interesting is that this was a subtle hint at the family's deep narcissism. And in the end, the family was, psychopaths who murdered them. Would have been way more interesting of a movie.
So much more interesting.
Nobody has this many pictures of themselves.
And that tells a story and has a moral, and like there's a reason why that's scary, is because they seem like a normal family, but they seem like it so much that they're like narcissists and drawing you into their web. That is a reason to be scared, because that is people that might be these people. No one is these two girls. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of them for Keanu's sake or for my sake. It didn't do anything for me in a like thriller. Just go watch Cruel Intentions and don't ever think about this movie.
Put it on the box.
Also, they couldn't even put the effort into staging the family photos well, because they're all like from one photo shoot where they're all wearing the same clothes.
Outfits. Yeah. It was, whew, guys, this is a rough one. I literally did not think I would ever see a movie worse than Generation and here we are just a couple of movies later, and I did not like this more than Generation was poorly made and boring. It was not about anything or anyone. It was wasted hours of film and time. This was actually like morally upsetting to me. So it's worse than, even though it's better made than Generation in a lot of areas, it is far worse to me because it's just as poorly made in some respects as Generation but it actively like turns me off with the like moral of the story and how they're trying to package the moral of the story in an almost feminist box. The family was super awkward. I think that she's a great actress, the wife. The kids were miserable actors. And I also think maybe they were miserable on set.
All of this felt like a student film. I don't understand how everyone was such a bad actor when we've seen a lot of these people act at other times in other places. I actually
disagree with people who say that Keanu Reeves was a stiff father. I think that was the warmest I've ever seen him on film.
Yeah.
I think that there were moments of his like Father's Day cake and whatever, like when he said chocolate cake with sprinkles, my favorite. That felt very real, because it's like I don't want to eat this right now, but you guys made me a chocolate cake with sprinkles and want me to eat it for breakfast. And and he had a warmth that you usually don't see. He's usually much more aloof than that. I don't think it was super. I think that the family dynamic, they had no chemistry at all. None of them with anyone else. The brother and sister didn't have any chemistry. The mom and the kids, the dad and the kids, no. The mom and the dad, no one had chemistry with anyone else. I do think that Keanu, it got less stiff as it went along. I think the two girls did do a pretty good performance as far as what they were given. I feel like they really acted their butts off. They're just terrible, terrible characters that don't make any sense and are terrible. So I do feel like it got less stiff as it went on, but it starts very uncomfortably awkward for me because the family just doesn't, it feels like no one wants to be there. When the kids are delivering their lines about like the alarm clock or the whatever, it's like they're being forced to be there at gunpoint. And that was more scary than anything that happened in the rest of the movie.
Right. They got a stranger danger vibe from Eli Roth. They're like, I don't know about this guy over here. I don't know about this guy.
Fair play to them.
Like, Mom, Dad, are you sure this is a union production? Should we be here?
I don't think this is
we need
good for me to be
we need to
around
renegotiate.
And then the very last frame is the wife's face, but the second to last frame is the two girls have ruined all of the art. They've graffitied over everything, all of the family portraits, all the art on the walls, defaced the statues, etc., etc. But the very last thing that you see before the wife's face of taking in this house is art isn't real. Art does not exist. Real art doesn't. I can't remember exactly what the wording was. I think it was 4 words.
Yeah.
So art is not real is probably what it was. But
I think that's what it was.
That seemed like a whole other statement that Eli Roth was trying to like cram jam in there at the very last fraction of a second. And that is an even just as bad of a moral to take away from this is art is not real as any of this other nonsense about women and men and being trapped and whatever. I don't know what that was about because we saw other graffiti. Some of it was clear, some of it was not. But this last thing that we're seeing is art doesn't exist. There's no such thing as art. I was like, that's what you're going to leave us with?
There's so many random, quick, bad Eli Roth hot takes in this movie that, like, you cannot even, and they're just not, so few of them are addressed in any actual way. It's like he was so desperate to try and find out something that was going on in this movie that he just kept throwing out. I mean, there's that one point where they make like a 1% comment.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a lot.
Also, the fact that these two girls have like a cleaner was super weird to me too. And that took me out of the movie for a minute. There's
so
like
many random asides in this movie where it was like
they're like
he's gonna hate us for that,
this guy's
or
gonna get a real kick out of this one.
He can make anything disappear.
Why do you have a cleaner? Like, it's one thing for you to go around and trap all of these men into cheating on their wives and then torture them because of it. It's a whole other thing to have a cleaner. Like, if you can't get rid of your own bodies, don't be doing what you're doing. Who is this? Like, I don't remember what his name was. I want to say Arturo. I think it started with an A, but that's could be just pulled out of my butt. But the fact that there's this guy who's like willing to follow these two women around as they psychotically do this stuff in no particular order. I don't. It's all bad, guys. Don't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, guys, what the hell is this movie? Like, it is not anything, and it's so much at the same time. Like, it's not scary enough to be a horror movie.
Put that on the box. It is.
I can do that.
Oh my gosh, it is nothing. It's so much nothing. And
it
then
is nothing, but it's so much.
It's so a lot.
It's not scary enough to be a horror movie. It's not gory enough to be a torture porn. It's not silly enough to be funny, like a send-up of this kind of... It's not, like, tense enough to be a thriller. It's not anything, and yet so much is happening. And it's just... this movie is a complete bafflement to me in the, like, how did this possibly get made department. Like,
there were just like 24 minutes left in the movie. Literally 24 minutes left in the movie. And my boyfriend, who was watching it with me, turned to me and said, "Just turn it off now. Just turn it off." And I was like, "I can't. I have to talk about this." And he was like, "Do you though?" And I was like, yeah, man, that's the whole point. And then he was like, they're making you an idiot for watching this, or something like to that effect. He watched the whole rest of it with me. Like, he finished it when I wouldn't turn it off. But that's just like, it's not just my opinion. It is other people's opinion as well.
Yeah, so I don't, like we mentioned when Whitney was talking, these women do not exist. There is nobody in the world who acts or feels like this. And also, like, they also didn't do a lot of torture for that supposedly being their whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, there was so much random running around in this movie and so little actually torturing the person they're supposed to torture. It's so weird how they try and give it this, like, feminist lens when Whitney's right. This is, like, a deeply incel movie. It thinks women are just the worst and only their boobs are good. And, like, even in the whole three-way having sex in the shower scene, there was so much of just, like, their bodies and not Keanu's at all. And it just, like, in every possible way that this movie could be bad to women, it was. So, like, there was nothing empowering about this. There was nothing, like, vicarious about it. The pacing was so weird. It was super boring for, like, a half an hour. Like, it was just incredibly dull and awkward. Like what he said, all the family stuff was super awkward. His whole playing the nice guy part before they, like, force him into sex was so stiff. And I do agree that it got less stiff when he stopped trying to be the nice guy. But, like, it was just, it was so weird. There wasn't enough hints of mania when they were trying to, like, to set up their ruse for how manic they got immediately the next morning. It was so weird, the part where they have him tied up and they put his family alarm clock and then they just run around doing a bunch of stuff, completely ignoring him there. The way that they dug the grave and then they drag him into it and then they prop him up in it, like, nothing that they did made any sense at all. Like, the putting the video of him having sex with one of them on Facebook was the most sensical thing that they did if they were actually trying to do any of the things that the movie was trying to say they were trying to do at some point. It's just, this movie is terrible. The script is bad. Some of the cinematography is kind of interesting, but it's not even really visually consistent throughout the movie. Yeah. So that's weird. This house is terrible to look at. There's just too much art, as before previously stated. And also, like, he's got this closet full of suits, which nothing that he wears any of the rest of the time would indicate that he's, like, a suit guy. Like, it just, there was no logical through line of anything in this movie.
Those are from when he was a DJ, obviously, which was a huge plot point.
It was.
I mean, it's just all this stuff where you felt like they were trying to make meaning out of this movie. All the random asides of art is not real and the 1%. And, like, I used to be a DJ and just the whole weird thing with flight attendants. Like, Well,
and also the whole thing of, I get it, but, like, them being underage and then not being underage. Like, I don't need that. We already get the point of, like, you're trapping men into affairs and then shaming them for their affairs. And I get from the very first thing that they do to keep him from calling the cops, but they kept doing it the whole time. Like, it was a huge part of their, like, quote unquote torture. And
the whole game was, like, what should happen to a pedophile or whatever it was, like.
And I just, that again played into the incel thing of hating women, and women are just gonna manipulate you and turn you from a nice guy into a pedophile or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, even the fact, like, how much they kept changing clothes and stuff felt like a weird male dig at women.
It did,
like,
for sure. How cute was that dog, though? Monkey.
That dog was very cute. They walk out with the dog at the end, which is also a thing that is not at all, like...
No, absolutely not.
There's no, like, planting and payoff anywhere in this movie. Like, she did the thing where she was eating out of the dog's bowl when they were having breakfast, but that was, like, the only other thing about the dog except for the whole thing about him staying with him. The whole fact that the dog made such a point of staying with him in the beginning means something more should have happened with the dog, and yet nothing did until they randomly walk out with him at the end.
They had to change it because Keanu Reeves was already in a movie
About a
where
dog.
something happened to the
Dead
dog. We couldn't do that twice in the same year.
So that's all of my thoughts. Andrew, what about you?
Your turn now.
Good God. All right. I have a couple things. I want to go out on a limb and say movies are miracles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Absolutely.
it is a fucking miracle that a movie ever gets made.
Yes.
Ever. And so none of us are like actively in the business of making movies, right? But I think we've all had some experience.
We've all had our hands in it a
or
little
like
bit
tertiary.
here and there, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we all know that like there are 1,000 decisions that have to be made and 400 different people have to approve it, different aspects of it, right? And it is mind-boggling to me that this film in this state got the thumbs up from everybody down the line. Like, I cannot believe that everybody who watched this was like, yeah, it looks great. Do it. Yes, of course. Yes. I say that because retroactively, this movie makes some of the other movies that we were harsh on seem like far better films.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe that I'm saying
Yeah.
that. Like what Whitney has said about Generation I was like, I feel like that's the movie that I would watch. Like if you were like,
Yeah, if you said, Whitney, sit down and watch Knock Knock or Generation you have to choose one, I would choose Generation every time.
It's interesting. Friend of the show, Dan Tendo 64, wrote us and said, Generation had no point. Knock Knock had a point that was bad.
Yep.
Right.
That really
and that's
sums
actually
it up
what's offensive about it.
That's why it's so bad. It's not that it's
Yes,
more
they
poorly
tried.
made, is that it's actively pushing something like terrible instead of just not connecting on, like different levels. It's just like, no, this is about something bad.
Yeah, it's about something terrible. And the woman who plays Genesis was at one point married to Eli Roth, and that has to feel really weird to be in this movie with this kind of view of women having been married to the guy.
There's a lot of people who've done that. That's neither really here nor there for me.
I'm wondering how all of these people got on board, really. So like the character of Genesis married to him at the time of making this. So that was she's been in a lot of Eli Roth movies.
Yeah, so she was in Cabin Fever and she was in Green Inferno.
Yeah, so it's a thing. I get it. But then Ana de Armas, who is, by all accounts, like an incredible actress. Like, not, she's good in this, but the things she has done since are very, very good. And how the hell did Keanu Reeves say yes to this movie? It's like so against brand for him. Yeah. Like everything that he's built, like I get it. You want to be a bad guy. We've seen him as a bad guy, but not like.
I love him as a bad guy. This is not a bad guy thing.
Yeah, this is not a villain. It's just like, it's hard to explain.
This is an everybody sucks movie, so it's not,
Right.
But he's not like actively a bad guy.
I even get maybe he hasn't been offered many roles in the horror thriller genre, and so he was like excited about that part. But everything that I know about Keanu says this is not the kind of movie that he would jump to accept. Right.
I figured it might have been like Eli Roth is a name, right? So when you're like, oh, maybe I could be in an Eli Roth movie. I have no idea. Like, I can't actually, like, I would personally turn that down, but maybe that's appealing to some people because Keanu's literally worked with like a lot of other major directors, a lot of them. The first thing that I thought after this movie ended, I was like, the first question I asked myself was, how old is Eli Roth? And the reason I asked that was because I went back and I was like, what was this guy?
18?
So that's the
only way that it makes sense.
Right. Yeah. I was like, he was born in 1972. So I was like, what was popular when this guy was a teenager that would have like, because I feel like a lot of directors, they find the thing that turns them on. And then that's what a lot of their movies are about, like in ways both subtle and overt. And for him, at 15 years old, Fatal Attraction was the movie. And I'm like, I guarantee he loves that fucking movie. But he missed the mark of everything that was good about Fatal Attraction.
Right. I mean, that's the thing.
By a massive degree.
That's the thing that I feel like with all of his movies that I've seen, he knows the elements. Like, he ingests them, and he's like, I like that. That's a good decision. I like that. And then he tries to recreate it, and it doesn't come out right. Like,
right.
It's like he's seen them and he likes them, or he knows that they're good, but he doesn't understand what's happening in the movie. He can't reproduce it.
He doesn't understand why it's good.
Yeah. How did it good? It's funny because he is often lumped in with Tarantino for better or worse. And Tarantino does that thing exceptionally well, whether you like it or don't. Like, Tarantino's like, I'm going to make a Western. I know I've seen every single Western there is, and I'm going to make the heightened version of every single one. And Eli Roth he just can't do that.
Yeah, I think he understands the core of it and recreates it. And again, for better or worse, everyone has their own feelings on Tarantino. This is not a Tarantino podcast.
Right, yes.
But yeah, I think Eli Roth has an inability to understand the core of what makes it an enjoyable film.
Exactly. So given that, I agree with what both of you have said. This is not a titillating movie. It is not a scary movie. It is not a thrilling movie. It's not a good social commentary, if that's what he was trying to go for. Probably, I don't. Maybe in his mind, yes, but it is not. It's not any of the things that it is aspiring to be.
He was throwing a lot of spaghetti at the wall. It's very hard to know what it was that he was trying to get stick.
Right. Yes, exactly. I will say, I agree with Whitney. The music was pretty cool. Again, I like when it's just woven in to the story, and that was okay. I thought some of the cinematography was really good, but that's not because of Eli Roth. He just hired the right guy. The cinematographer is like, oh, I know how to, okay, good. And that's really it. Like, I did not enjoy this at all. I was like a little gin drunk when I watched this, which can sometimes take the sting away from a movie.
Yeah, no,
that is bad. This did not. It did not.
I would have expected it to be a little bit less bad if you were gin drunk, but
it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't even decide what to watch after I was done with this movie to make it better.
Possibly cleanse my palate.
I literally
from this
don't
monstrosity.
know how to get it out of my system.
I thought that I would have a negative, I would somehow link the next thing that I watched to Knock Knock and make it worse. So I was like, I'm just going to go to bed, I guess. And I did. I was like, I'm going to bed.
When people eat food and then immediately get sick, it's almost never the food that you just ate 20 minutes ago that's making you sick, but you'll never be able to eat shrimp fried rice again because you associate it with
if you just spend a lot of time throwing it up, then you can't eat it again.
And that's exactly what I totally understand that fear because I could totally see that happening. I watched it today and I have not been able to get it out of my system yet. So I 100%.
I was going to say, I finished this about an hour before we started recording, so I think that this will be helpful for me, that we will have kind of had this catharsis of talking about it before I do anything else.
You get the best, we get to slam it the whole time, and you're like, great, I feel good.
Yeah, it's like a group session.
Yeah.
Therapy for all of us, and then we can move on to something else.
Yeah. God, I needed it.
It does really linger with you, though, in a way that a lot of the bad movies, like I felt rage at Ellie Parker in Generation
Yeah.
And that rage lasted a little bit longer, but it didn't last nearly as long as this already has. Knock Knock has stayed with me in a way that I have not really experienced much in film.
It is certainly weird when your barometer is a movie like Ellie Parker or Generation You're like, I felt an immense amount of hatred towards those films, but Then
so
I watched
bad
Knock
as I
Knock.
thought they were, are they? I was too quick to judge.
It takes a very special kind of thing to retroactively make something better or worse, does it not?
It does. Mm-hmm. Well, especially retroactively make something that I have said is the worst thing I've ever seen ever, related to Keanu or not.
Well, because this isn't like hate or boredom or something like this is disgust. Like that's the only response to this movie. And that sticks with you. That's hard to, And disgust is the only emotion that I feel like Eli Roth can reliably evoke. So, I mean, even like in a better movie, a movie I still don't like, but a better movie like Hostel, that is what it relies on, is disgust,
Right. That movie in particular, it vacillates between disgust with like some of the performances are funny, but I do not believe that was intentional. You're like, oh,
yeah,
that was weird, but I laughed a little. Eli.
I didn't read any reviews, but I did just do a scan of reviews when I was like putting together notes and whatever. And the reviews are generally overall much better than they should be. And I think that it would be interesting to have all of those people review that movie again now in the 5 years that have passed and see what they said post Me Too and all of the stuff that's happened. I feel like having them sit down and watch it now with incels were not like a thing like they are now 5 years ago. I think if
I mean, they existed, but they weren't something that people knew about in the mainstream.
With what we know now culturally, I'd be very curious to see if those reviewers backed up their reviews 5 years later, because I feel like everything about this movie is bad, and to get any kind of enjoyment out of it now, I don't know. Not like 5 years ago was not bitches be crazy was not like a good sentiment or valid thing to think, but it just, I think, has particularly held up poorly.
Generation M had a 0%. This is, what is it, 37? Yeah. Is that what we're at here? It's
too much.
Yeah, that's way too much. Nobody should have 30% liked this or 30% of people liking this. Either way, it's wrong.
It's baffling. We'll never know. We're here to set the record straight, is what it is. God damn it.
Pulling no punches.
Right. So, I feel a little bit better now. I think
do too.
The initial sentiment of peaks and valleys could not be truer. It's unbelievable. We were literally one episode ago on Mount Everest. Like, literally. John Wick. And
so good. And even better on the most recent rewatch when I'm critically looking at it, and I was so hyped to talk about it that I couldn't sit still before we started recording. And now I'm like, if I could Eternal Sunshine my mind, I would.
Yeah. We're literally below sea level now. It's unbelievable. I cannot with this guy. Why did he say yes? We'll never know.
I don't know.
He was a producer on this. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that in the credits.
I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the credits. I turned it off the second that we went to like art is not real, and then the wife's face, and then the credits started, and I was like, I need to go take a walk around the block and drink some.
No, I wanted the names of everyone who was responsible for this movie. So
all right. I got some strongly worded letters I got to be writing. I need some addresses, some names. I need it all.
Lindsay's
but
got
even
a
after
list of people to curse.
I've got a list.
Yeah. And these people all need to be cursed.
Yeah, some repercussions for being a part of this movie need to happen. But even Whitney keeps saying the last shot of the wife's face. The actual last shot is like the son saying Dad had a party, which is the stupidest thing in an already incredibly stupid movie.
I think it cuts back to her face. I think you see her face last after the kid says Dad had a party.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest payoff for the stupidest joke earlier in the film.
Right. When he was joking with Lewis about, that they were going to have a secret party when the family left.
Yeah. They literally could have, anything would have been better. Even if nobody said anything and it was just the look on their faces, I'd be like, that's a better ending than what we got. Like, even if everything else was identical.
I think a better ending even is not seeing their faces at all. Like hearing them.
Just the door opening.
Like
yeah.
you hear her say, okay, kids, go to the bathroom and then we're going to feed the dog and then we'll do this. And then the door is like about to open. Cutting it there, not even seeing their reactions, not even having that payoff of seeing their faces would be better than Dad had a party.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's all bad.
All right. That's it. That's all out of my system now. We've almost wrapped up our thoughts and feelings multiple times and then we keep going. But now I'm really done.
Yeah.
Let's get Charles in here. Let's jazz it up.
I'm ready to bring the mood up. Mm-hmm. So let's start that the way we always do.
Pop quiz, asshole. There was a time when I had the need to learn from you. Oh, what the hell do you know? Lose! I don't lose! I win! You got a lot to learn about sportsmanship.
Pop Quiz Asshole is our very own Quizzo show where the host asks each of us 3 questions. If one of us gets it wrong, the other has a chance to steal, and if they get it wrong, the other person has a chance to steal, assuming they remember the remaining answer. It's very important. It's very important.
Key.
Can't tell you how many times I've fumbled at the 1 yard line, as they
Hoisted on
say.
my own petard.
Points are not cumulative and only determine who wins the episode. Although, I'm looking through the overall winners here, and it's, there's a trend. It's, come on. I can say that I did not pay very close attention to this film, so I already don't like my odds, but I'd like to turn it over to our master of ceremonies, Charles Nolan.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Charles.
Hello,
Hey, Charles.
I am so glad to hear your voices.
I'm glad to hear yours,
Likewise.
Charles.
You too.
Are you all ready for some quiz questions about a terrible movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad we all agree, Charles.
Great.
Yeah, it's unanimous.
Well, let's get started with Lindsay.
Okay.
2 of the producers of this movie, Colleen Camp and Sandra Locke, have what relation to the 1970s movie Death Game, on which this movie was based? A, they helped write it. B, they starred in it. Or C, they did tech work on it together.
Well, I'm gonna say B, they starred in it. Maybe they were the 2 women in that one.
That is exactly correct.
Whoa!
Nice.
This was
That's a
actually
solid
based
guess.
off of something.
The 1977 movie Death Game.
That's got to be a better film. It has to be better.
to be a
than
better
this.
film. I guarantee
has
you it's
to.
a better film. Even when we're talking like the 70s and how shitty and misogynistic
Yes.
movies could be in the 70s, I guarantee you that it's better than the Eli Roth movie.
There is no question.
I'm not going to try and find out, however.
No.
Right. Let's just all agree that it's better.
I will not do the
Sight
research to
unseen.
prove that. Yep.
I could say that, yeah.
Good.
Whitney. What game show is playing on the TV the morning after Evan spends the night with the girls? Is it A, Jeopardy, B, The Price is Right, or C, Family Feud?
See Family Feud?
That is correct.
Nice. Okay. I'm not going to do well at this. I did not. I know the Family Feud. I know the sounds and the shapes of that. Okay. All right.
It was just a protective mechanism. Your brain was trying to let you see as little as possible.
Yeah, literally.
Was I in shock?
I think we all were. I think that's why we
Did you
needed so
need one
much
of those?
catharsis.
Did you need one of those aluminum foil blankets and like a cup of a hot
I
beverage?
think so. I'm feeling very cold right now. All right.
Andrew. Whitney's chasing the kids down the hall to get them out of the bedroom. He yells, "You can't hide from monster," and then says what? A, monster can smell you. B, monster is omniscient. C, monster will find you.
Oh, man. How about monster can smell you?
It was a very weird thing to say. That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. That fits in with the quality of the rest of the dialogue. So that's, yeah. Okay.
Back up to the top with Lindsay. Once the kids and his wife leave, we see Evan working and blasting some rock and roll. Which Kiss song is playing when Karen calls?
Oh.
Is it A, Beth, B, I Wanna Rock and Roll All Night, or C, Detroit Rock City?
I think it's C, Detroit Rock City.
That is correct.
Nice. Nicely done.
Whitney.
Yes.
When Belle picks an album and exclaims, "You have Spanish music," Evan corrects her with which nationality? A, Argentinian, B, Chilean, or C, Bolivian?
I think it was Chilean.
That is correct.
Whew. How are we doing this, team?
I don't know. I was
Trauma?
all prepared to steal that one, though, if Whitney didn't get it, because I remember that it was Chilean.
I was also prepared to steal your last one, Lindsay. So I really think it's trauma. I think that we absorbed so much more than we thought we did because of what the movie put us through.
Yeah.
Winning this will be a dubious honor. I
Yes.
just want to put that.
Andrew. What is Evan's last name?
Oh, God damn it.
Is it A, Willard, B, Williams, or C, Weber?
Oh. Williams.
That is incorrect.
Shit.
Steal?
I could not hear which one of you said that.
I said that. Lindsay.
Fantastic. Lindsay, take it away.
C, Weber.
That is correct.
Nice.
When
Nicely
did
done.
they even say that? I don't remember that at all.
I remember seeing it. They looked at it was like on paperwork or something that they looked at that it was Weber was the last name. I don't think I heard it either. I remember
They said
seeing
it
it.
once, very quickly, when they had him tied to the chair. During their own game of Pop Quiz Asshole.
I guess, yeah.
Far inferior host to you, Charles.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
thanks,
right.
Let's not get any Eli Roth stink on Pop Quiz Asshole, please.
All right, I take it back. And Lindsay, flattery will not get you extra points. But it is your turn, so Lindsay, here we go. What does Genesis claim her name is when she answers the door when Lewis is there? A, Vivian, B, Bernadette, or C, Macarena?
I think it's A, Vivian.
That is incorrect.
Steal.
Andrew,
Is it Bernadette?
that is correct.
Yeah. Why am I trying? I should have just. I should be throwing this.
I was gonna say we're all trying too hard for this.
Yeah.
Intentionally losing Pop Quiz Asshole makes you the asshole.
That's true. I'm doing this for Charles. That's all.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Whitney. Keanu's tirade towards the end of the movie when he's tied to the chair was referred to as what by Eli Roth? A, the free pizza rant. B, the you fucked me rant. Or C, the let me go rant.
It's got to be the free pizza rant.
That is correct.
Yeah. So it's poetry.
It's
The
the
whole
most.
rant is so bad.
I tasted bile when he said it's like free fucking pizza.
It was truly disgusting.
Keanu, why you do this?
You seem like such a nice person.
Andrew, for the final question in regulation.
Okay.
Genesis has all her fingernails on her left hand painted except for her pointer. Which finger on her right hand is unpainted?
Oh my God.
A. Middle, B. Ring, or C. Thumb?
Let's just go with thumb.
That is correct.
Oh my God.
Nice.
The unknowable question.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a three-way tie going into the bonus round.
Way.
Oh my God.
Why?
to three.
Wow.
Oh.
I am thoroughly impressed and a little bit grossed out.
As you should be.
Moving on to the bonus round. The bonus round is a buzz-in game. Available to anyone to buzz in. What kind of dog is Monkey?
Me.
Whitney.
French Bulldog.
That is correct.
Whew. Yeah, I never would have got that.
I love dogs. I can't wait to have one. French
like, what?
Bulldogs are cute.
What kind of dog? Is like one of the really cute ass ones. That's the
No.
one that he.
No, I want like a real fucked up dog. I want a dog that looks like it was hit by a truck and survived. I want like one eyeball and like no teeth and like half an ear. That's the kind of dog that I want.
Okay.
Question number 2. What brand of bubblegum does Belle chew while they're sitting on the couch?
Oh my God.
Me.
Whitney.
It's bubble tape. I don't know if that's the brand. Hang on, now I'm doubting myself. It's definitely bubble tape, but is it bubble yum bubble tape or bubble tape? I don't know. Bubble tape is my answer.
That is correct.
What? Oh my God. That's insanity.
Well, she takes it out and like starts unrolling it and eating it. And I was like, why is she eating bubble tape right now?
Yeah, you know what? I'm remembering. It was like fruit by the. It's like fruit by the foot, but
Yes,
you know
but
the
it's
bubble. Yeah,
gum. Yeah.
I had no idea that was a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It
I like
is. It's very,
Or I liked it as a
very
kid.
powdery.
It is very
Yes.
powdery.
So that it doesn't stick together, so you can actually unroll it. It's like coated in
Oh.
Cornstarch.
like talcum.
Not talcum. Gross.
For the final question of Pop Quiz Asshole.
All right.
Evan said he was 43. How old was Keanu when he said that? Was he 48, 49, or 50?
Me.
Andrew.
49.
That is correct.
Yes. Was that what you were going to say, Whitney?
Yes, it is.
All right.
This was a very, very close round of Pop Quiz Asshole,
It really was.
with a final score of 3 to 4 to 5.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Your winner is Whitney.
Excellent!
There it is. The fanfare plays.
Yay me!
Another Kiss song. Are you done your lap?
I'm drinking some of my blood orange cider
All right.
in
That works
celebration.
too.
Congratulations. Enjoy that blood orange.
Oh no. I didn't like that at all.
Glitching!
I don't know what happened there.
Let's never mention blood around Charles again.
Nope. We can cross that one off the list.
Some kind of techno vampire.
Yeah. Yeah. That checks out. That checks out.
I'll take it.
Well, Charles, do you have anything else for us?
I certainly do. I've got a round of Pop Quiz Audience.
Excellent. All right.
So the winner from last time's Pop Quiz Audience was Zoe P.
Yeah, Zoe!
Getting
Crushing it.
all 3 questions correct.
Oh my gosh.
The questions were, how many people does John Wick kill in this movie? And the answer was 77.
Not bad.
So many
John Wick
people.
has a tattoo on his back. Fortis, Fortuna, Adiuvat. What does this mean? It means fortune favors the strong. And the story that Vigo tells about John killing 3 men with a pencil is a reference to a scene in what 1979 thriller novel? It was Shibumi by Rod Whitaker.
Wow. Cool.
I've never heard of that, but I like the name.
Yeah.
A security guard was reading that story in a booth in the movie.
Oh, you did mention
As
that.
another little nod.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool.
So for this pop quiz audience, and all going forward, if you correctly answer one question, you are ineligible to be considered a winner for the other questions.
Right. So, yeah, Zoe pulled a Whitney there. I understand. I understand.
Zoe P is the Whitney of the audience, for sure. So, pop quiz audience, question number 1. How long will it take the Uber driver to arrive when Evan, quote unquote, calls for one? Question number 2. By what nickname does Karen call Evan over text when she's worried about him? And question number 3. We see it at one point in the movie. What is Evan's DJ name?
We saw that?
We
I totally
did.
missed that.
I wish I had seen that. I really do.
It is not good.
I'm
Oh my gosh.
shocked. How
Keeping
that
on
possibly
theme.
be?
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I will be listening next week to find out the answer.
There you go. Have at it, audience.
Please tweet to me at the Nolan, TheNowlin, or tweet with the hashtag PopQuizAudience. And you'll get called out on the next episode for being a winner, like Zoe P.
I didn't want to say this before Pop Quiz Asshole because I didn't know if it was going to come up as a trivia question or not. But I think that the thing that they did that made me most feel like they were unhinged is when they were doing that breakfast mania scene when she was dipping the lollipop into peanut butter and eating it off of a sucker. It made me so uncomfortable, violently uncomfortable. I just didn't want to be like, what does she dip her lollipop into and ruin a question? So I didn't bring it up beforehand. But
I do not require sustenance to survive, but a lollipop in peanut butter sounds quite awful.
especially when you're eating it with a side of scrambled eggs in a dog bowl. But like, yeah, no, I don't want a lollipop dipped in peanut butter. Thank you. And I quite like lollipops and peanut butter, but.
Right. All right. Well, Charles, as always,
Pleasure.
thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I enjoy this game.
As do we.
I love this game. I don't always like the movies that the game is about, but this always makes me feel better.
I've never not liked playing the game, even if
Right.
I've absolutely hated the movie.
Yes.
I am going to go back to my void where I will try to forget the memory of this movie.
Let us know if you figure out how to do that.
Yeah, if you
I
crack
will do my
that,
best.
we'd like
Some
to
help
hear
with
about
that.
it. Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Charles.
Thank you.
All right. Whitney has the floor. You
Yeah.
could tell us anything you want about how this movie unfolds, please.
All right. Well, I was just going to read off of Wikipedia because
Perfect.
I was unable to sustain watching this movie and taking notes. So Wikipedia says, architect and happily married man Evan Weber has the house to himself and his dog Monkey on Father's Day weekend due to work and a physical therapy appointment for a shoulder injury, while his wife and children go on a family-planned beach trip. His wife, Karen, a successful artist, leaves their assistant, Louis, in charge of her sculpture that needs to be moved to an art gallery. Two women, Genesis and Belle, knock on Evan's door. He opens the door and they are looking for the address of a party. As they have no means of communication, Evan allows them in to use the internet and get a hold of the party's host. The girls make themselves at home, and Evan plays a few of his old vinyl records from when he was a DJ. They then disappear to the bathroom when their driver arrives. Evan tries to convince them to leave, but they start forcing themselves upon him. He gives in and has a threesome with them. After Evan, Genesis, and Belle have had sex, Evan finds out that his wife's sculpture has been vandalized by the girls. When he threatens to call the police, the girls reveal that they are underage. Vivian, a friend of Karen's, stops by to see if Evan needs help. Seeing Genesis, Vivian angrily leaves. And they say a friend of Karen's, but she's the physical therapist. So I don't know. Whoever wrote this, I don't know why they chose friend of Karen's over physical therapist, but so he sees Genesis and leaves angrily, being like, I can't believe you would do such a thing. When he threatens to report a break-in, they give in and agree to be taken home. He drives them and then returns home, cleans the mess, and tries to go back to his work. Just as he is getting closer to completing his project, he hears a shattering noise. He finds a broken picture frame of his family on the ground, and Genesis knocks him out with one of his wife's sculptures. Belle climbs onto him, trying to arouse him, while role-playing as a schoolgirl in his daughter's school uniform. Evan initially refuses, but the girls threaten to FaceTime his wife with him unless he agrees to their methods. Belle rapes him, and Genesis records everything. However, Evan manages to release himself, knocking Belle off the bed. He charges at Genesis, but is then disarmed by her and Belle, who tie him up to a chair with an electrical cord. Lewis arrives to collect the sculpture, and he finds Evan, but before he can help him, he hears the girls smashing the vandalized sculpture. He runs to stop them, but has an asthma attack and realizes that the girls took his inhaler. As he tries to get it back, he slips on a piece of the sculpture, hits his head while falling, and dies. They turn Lewis's body into a red papier-mâché sculpture and dig a makeshift grave in the backyard for Evan. They also use both Evan and Lewis's phones to text and make it look like Lewis discovered that Evan had had an affair with Lewis's wife, and because of this was murdered by Evan. The girls trash the house and convince Evan to play hide-and-seek, and when Genesis and Belle begin trying to find Evan, he makes an escape out of the house, only to be stopped and held at gunpoint by Genesis. At dawn, they tie Evan up with a hose and then bury him in the hole, leaving only his head above ground. The two then reveal how the entire ordeal was merely a game, as they never intended to kill Evan, nor are either of them underage, and that everything they did was part of a wicked hobby of seducing, torturing, and ruining the homes of married men with children. Genesis shows Evan the video she recorded earlier with his phone of him and Belle having sex. As Evan watches on, she uploads it to his Facebook profile. They depart for another victim and take Monkey with them, leaving Evan to his fate as Karen and the kids arrive to find the house ruined, with Evan's son Jake saying, "Daddy had a party." And then apparently this synopsis ends with, in an alternate ending, Evan takes his revenge by finding the girls in another house where he knocks on the door and asks who's there.
Oh no!
So apparently he was gonna go kill the girls in an alternate ending. I didn't know that, but Wikipedia says so.
Yeah, but
Wow.
that is somehow an even worse dad joke than the party thing, because it's, oh my God.
Oh, Daniel Spencer, who Andrew mentioned earlier, is saying that there's going to be a payoff with the dog stealing, is that's how he finds them, is that the dog was chipped. So that's how he tracks the girls down to kill them in the alternate ending.
Oh my God.
Well, that's
Right.
it.
That might have been a way to make that movie worse.
This episode is done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's talk about, do you ultimately recommend this film? No, none of us do. Where is it in your
Not at all.
Keanu rankings? It's the very last one. It's 51 out of 51.
It's like how many movies exist in the world, because it is at the end of that.
It's at the bottom of that actual list.
Yeah, of extant movies. It's at the very bottom.
I am absolutely fascinated by how many bad, terrible, like worst of all time movies we have seen
terrible.
starring
So terrible.
Keanu Reeves. It's unbelievable. Not that Ellie Parker starred Keanu Reeves. Don't get it. We probably should have skipped that movie given the time in his.
And I would recommend that any person doing a full Keanu watch through skip Ellie Parker because it's literally seconds of him playing bass with his band and 1 second of him in an alleyway and then you're done and that's it. So skip Ellie Parker if you're doing a full watch through.
Yes, not worth it. But it's astonishing, really. Like some of the worst films ever. Not just like, oh, bad Keanu Reeves movies. No, these are bad movies.
And what's weird to me is that he has such a reputation for bad movies, but none of the movies that are like, oh my gosh, it's so bad it almost killed his career are nearly as bad as the other bad movies that we've seen. Like The Watcher was fine. Like it wasn't great, but it was not any. Why have we not heard about Generation when we're talking about Keanu making terrible movies?
I had never heard of that movie before this podcast. Like, I just didn't know that movie existed.
What was I think, didn't we have trivia on that? It opened to 2 screens, maybe, total.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's definitely a reason for that. But
I just feel like the ones that I have heard about, The Lake House, for example, I heard The Lake House was so bad. I had this whole impression of what The Lake House was, and it was a perfectly fine rom-com.
Right. And the movies that people give him shit for, like Bill and Ted, like, oh, Bill, I don't know why Bill and Ted comes up as like a movie of an example that he can't act, but that continues to come up. And it's like, no, have you seen any of the bottom 10 on either of our lists? These are legitimately I don't think we talked about it. He was not a good actor in this movie, in my opinion. I did not like anything he did. Really?
I didn't
like any
believe
of it.
like any of it. It wasn't, even if, it was very weird. Like I said, there was parts of this that felt like it was a student thesis film.
Let's stop talking about it. I don't want to think about Knock Knock anymore.
All right. I had to get it. I couldn't sit on it anymore. So there we go. But it's out. Like it's recorded. It's in the world. And hopefully we can just, if we just save one other life.
We save one person. Exactly.
It'll be worth
this
it.
whole thing would be worth it,
So please, for our sake, nobody watch this movie.
Right. It's unbelievable to me to say, once again, in season 3, no one recommends it. It is at the bottom of the list. Oh my God.
I can't believe we're still having, we are in the Keanu Sans and we're still having movies where it's like, the bottom of the list.
Yeah, really weird. Really weird. So let's move on to greener pastures. Let's talk next week. All right. I will be stepping us through a film called Exposed, which I'll be honest, I've never even heard of that movie.
Don't know anything about it. It could be another
I've
generation
never heard of it either.
So I guess yet another adventure. I have to believe. That it's going to get better. Like, please don't break me. Please don't break me, Keanu. We're so close.
Choke on my own tongue if I see a film worse than Knock Knock.
Okay, but I've heard you say that a few times.
I know, and it keeps happening, and I keep thinking I might die because of it.
Right. It's, so,
I might die, guys. It's dire.
Don't do that.
It's dire out here.
All right. Just have the mini defib,
How can there be so many good movies and so many terrible movies? Okay.
Just this guy.
Don't know anything about Exposed.
Yeah. Again, cautiously optimistic. I don't know. I don't even know what this looks like in terms of. I didn't see any cover art.
I can't even picture the cover art exactly.
I've never heard of it. I have no idea of any kind of genre or anything that it's in. It's a complete mystery.
Yeah, this is one of those nebulous ones. It's like, this was on the way to. He has another string of movies here between the John Wick 1 and 2. It's about 5 or 6 in there somewhere. So it'll be interesting because I haven't seen any of them. So one of these is going to be another watch party, I believe. So we'll let you know. We're still coordinating all that. We got to see what's on Netflix, but hopefully that'll be good next week. So that's all done. We did it. I hope we feel a little bit better about ourselves.
Got it off our chest.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week. But Lindsay, can you please tell the fine folks where they could find you and maybe even Whitney on the internet?
Yeah, absolutely. Whitney and I happen to have a podcast called Historical Hotties, and we take different categories of historical figure and try and figure out who's the biggest babe. And the episode we have coming out next is a really great one. It's all about people who were at the Chicago World's Fair in 1890, and it's a real good episode.
I'm just going to give you a little bit of a spoiler. We are pitting one of the world's only female stagecoach robbers against the person who invented the dishwasher.
Wow. Don't
Who's
make me
hotter?
choose.
How do you even decide that? You have to listen to find out.
Yep.
What a
Good
tease.
episode.
What a tease.
We go on a brief, murder digression in the beginning. Just because of H.H. Holmes.
That's right, yeah.
Kind of get into a murder track, but we get back out of it again.
We get out.
Just as a side note, I can't believe that. I mean, you bring this up, you bring up H.H. Holmes, and I actually can't believe how many people I know are currently reading The Devil in the White City, I think it's called, which is the book that merges the two World's Fair and H.H. Holmes story together because they weird overlap. Cool stuff.
So yeah, that was partial inspiration for this episode theme, and there's so many people at the Chicago World's Fair. Like, so much stuff was invented and unveiled, and so many speakers and whatever, and so many people were influenced by it that we think we're going to make it a regular series because there's a lot of fascinating people in a lot of different areas. And so you get things like pitting female stagecoach robbers, like one of the only in the world, against the person who invented the dishwasher.
Against an inventor, yeah. So it's
So
can
fun.
be fun about the time and place specific episodes as you get pairings you never would otherwise. So
Yeah.
That's it.
And then also I was on Almost Better Than Silence. We recorded, I believe that it will come out this same week as this. I'm not sure of all of the schedules. It might be the week before this, but go check out Almost Better Than Silence. We talk about video games. They talked mostly about Animal Crossing. I talked about other stuff, but Animal Crossing is big in the zeitgeist right now with the pandemic.
Sure.
So
It's the salve most people need. you know?
I'm having serious FOMO about Animal Crossing, not playing it because everyone I know is playing it in some form. Anyway, talk about video games, Almost Better Than Silence. Check it out. Lindsay was just recently on Myth Takes.
yes, I'm in the middle of an arc right now where my apocalypse demon had an alter ego named Tim who sold insurance. So
That's so many podcasts between the two of you. It's unbelievable. You could fill a backlog with just what you two are on, which is great.
it's true.
It's quality content.
We've produced a lot of content in the last couple of years.
Yes. It's like the Netflix of podcasts. I will never actually get to it all, but it's comforting to know that it's there. You know what I'm saying?
In these quarantine pandemic times, if you want to hear our voices, you basically can. So
Yep. Andrew, where can we find you?
I will just promote a thing that I made recently that I was pretty proud of that took me by surprise. I made this. I'm a very OCD person when it comes to my computering. Right, I like to be organized. I like to do all this stuff. So I made this set of folder and drive icons that I'm calling Type A, and you can find that at andrewgormley.com/Type A. It's like a cup of coffee, right? But it's like what was it? 287 icons or something like that. And it's very colorful. It makes me happy, and it's already made quite a few other people happy. So check that out. And
Nice.
that's what I'll say. I
Also,
love it.
he's at Dark Driving everywhere on the internet.
At Dark Driving. You'll find it there too. I'm sure it's pinned or very close. I've just been retweeting all the happy people recently, so it's great.
Nice.
And that'll do it for this episode. So thanks for sticking with me, team. Oh my gosh. Another one that feels like a favor. Thank you all for joining us. And in the words of Bill S. Preston and Ted Theodore Logan, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Jamie was like this close to physically taking the remote out of my hands and turning off Knock Knock.
Was he there just like overhearing what was happening? He wasn't like an active participant?
Yeah, no, this is one of the few that he has been actually sitting on the couch with me watching. Most of the time he's doing other stuff, planning RPGs or whatever. And this one he was actually sitting down because I didn't know how gory it was going to be or how scary it was going to be. And so I asked him to be there in case it got scary. And he yelled so loud multiple times and literally almost physically turned the movie off and was like, I don't care if you have a podcast. We're done here. I
like that enthusiasm though, because that's kind of what this movie
a good instinct.
deserves. Yeah, he's
I don't blame him for it at all. I was so happy that was his reaction. I was like, yes, that's a good man right there.